Hi, this is Usha. Welcome to Rathod's IAS classes. Today in this lecture, we are going to discuss current affairs of 24th January 2021. In this lecture, we are going to discuss 7 topics which are very much relevant to UPSC. So let's get started with our discussion and let us see first article. Title says Poor Awareness on Rights of Elderly in Telangana State. So this article mainly focusing on elderly. So this topic is important regarding GS paper to under society, and this elderly, it is one of the favorite topic of UPSC also. So this article mainly talking about one important act, that is Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizen Act. So let us try to discuss context and as well as some details which are highlighted in this article, and also some facts regarding this Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Act. So this article can be used as a case study or example when you are writing answer regarding elderly people. So context says that according to longitudinal aging study in India, that is LASI Wave 1. So this study mainly conducted by International Institute of Population Sciences. So according to this study, it mainly said that just only 5.1% of people who are aged 60 and above, they are aware about the Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizen Act. Only just 5.1 population or 5.5% of people who are especially aged 60 or more than 60 years, only 5.1% they know about this act is present, and which mainly deals with the parents and as well as elderly or senior citizens. Now if you see some highlights of this study, it mainly says that total of about 2,475 individuals they were surveyed. So out of this 2,475 people, about 1,061 they are aged, that is 60 or above 60, and remaining people they are pre-retirement age of 45 to 59 years. And out of those people who are aged above 60, so there are about 559 respondents, they were female, and 502 are male here. So 21% of adult people or elderly people they experienced ill treatment, and about 10.5% of more than 60 years people they are living alone without their children, and 24% they provide some financial support. So because those 2.4% of people they are having some financial support, so because of this they are not being burdened on family, and about 39% of people they have health insurance coverage. So these are some important details. These details can be used as a case study when you are writing mains answer. And if you are talking about this act, it is Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizen Act. So it mainly covers definitions like children, parent, what is a meaning of a senior citizen, and as well as property, etc. So all these definitions are included in this act. So according to this act, children mainly include son, either daughter, grandson, granddaughter, and parents includes father, mother, biological parents, adoptive parents, stepmother, stepfather, etc. And senior citizens mainly include who people got 60 years or more than 60 years of age, they are considered as senior citizens. And if you see this act mainly talks about property transfer. This property transfer from parents to children is null and void, mainly to protect interest of the senior citizens. So if there is any property is present on name of parents, that property transfer cannot be done if there is no proper taking care of those parents. And next one is this act also talks about medical support which is offered by state government to this elderly, and also it talks about monthly allowances from children, etc. to parents. So these are some important details which are talked in this article. And now let us see next article. Title says Sukhoi helped maritime security. So this article mainly talking about Sukhoi 30 aircraft. Now let us see context and as well as some facts regarding this Sukhoi. So this article is important regarding defense, which comes under GS paper 3. And this article will be important regarding prelims. Now let us see context. Here recirculation of 22 squadron at Tanjavur with Sukhoi 30 aircraft has paved the way for strengthening maritime security. So recirculation means which is already dead but it got life. Okay. So this recursion of this 222 squadron at Tanjavur with Sukhoi 30 aircraft. So this paved a way mainly for strengthening of maritime security, especially in southern peninsula and also maintaining Indian Ocean region. So what is the significance of this resurgence? The first one is it will help command in first tracking infrastructure development for fighters. So it will provide some infrastructure, and next one is it will also lead to development of fighters, and it also deployed radars, and it is also successful mainly to conduct combat or combined guided weapons firing. So these are some significance of this move. And if you see some facts regarding this Sukhoi 30, so this Sukhoi 30 MKI, it is multi-role combat fighter aircraft. So it was jointly developed by Sukhoi Design Bureau, that is from Russia, and Hindustan Aeronautical Limited. The role played by this Sukhoi here is multi-role fighter aircraft, and it have twin jet. So it is called as twin jet multi-role air superiority fighter, which mainly developed by Russia. So it integrates Indian system and as well as avionics as well as French-Israeli subsystem. So these are all included in this Sukhoi 30. And if you see significance, it will help and it will protect military and as well as economic interest in Indian Ocean region. So as we know, in Indian Ocean region there is increased presence of China. To counter this China, it is very important in this Tanjavur. And recently this BrahMos also integrated with this Sukhoi. Okay, so this is a thing that you should remember. And now let us see next article. So this article mainly talking about vetiver grass. So this is the grass. Okay, now this article will be important regarding environment and ecology and as well as science and technology. So this will comes under GS paper 3. So in prelims you can expect questions regarding some facts of this vetiver grass. So now let us discuss about this grass in a very great detail. So context says that from this grass we can extract oil, that is called as vetiver oil. So this vetiver oil, which is one of the important component in many perfumes, and smell of this vetiver here is woody fragments. So it will give some woody fragments, and this became part of 30% of Indian perfumes here. So if you see recent study mainly published an article in Angamwadi Chemie International Edition. So in this article, our scientists mainly unraveled what gives this vetiver its characteristic scent. So till now we don't know which compound is responsible for this woody fragrance. Now scientists came up with that compound which is responsible for that woody fragrance here. So because of some specific molecular component which is mainly responsible for that fragrance, so that is 2-epizisa6-13N3-one. So this is some chemical name of that molecule. So this is mainly responsible for that woody fragrance. So if you see some facts regarding this vetiver oil, so this vetiver oil is popular perfumery material and it appears in over a third of all fragrance. That means 1/3 of fragrance they are used in this vetiver oil, and it is made up of mainly complex mixture of hundreds of molecules. So because of this reason, still now we do not know about exact cause for this fragrance smell, but now scientists came up with this characteristic scent, which is one important molecule which is mainly responsible, that is 2-epizisa6-13N3-one. Okay, and now let us see some facts regarding this vetiver grass. So this part will be important for prelims. Okay, so this vetiver grass, it is which have wide range applications, and because of this wide range applications of this vetiver grass, it became very popular in state of Tamil Nadu. And this vetiver grass is also called as goose grass. It is also one perennial grass of Indian origin. So in India we can see two types of this vetiver grass is present, southern India and northern India. And this grass can be grown in almost every kind of soil here. So one of the important good ideal soil here is well drained sandy loamy soil and also lead laterite soil. So in this red laterite soil and well-drained loamy soil or sandy soil, so this will be ideal soil for growing of this vetiver grass. And if you see applications, this will be very important for mains and also in prelims. So first one is this vetiver grass, which helps in mainly combating soil erosion, because these roots will hold soil tight such that it will not allow for the soil which is loosening. So in this way it will combat soil erosion. And next one is it also absorb carbon dioxide present in atmosphere, such that it will helpful in the decreasing of carbon footprints. And next one is purify. It will also purify polluted water bodies, because it will go for phytoremediation method, such that it will be very helpful for removal of this polluted particles in water bodies. And next one is it will also helps in moisture retention property. So because of this moisture retention property which is present in this vetiver grass, it is very ideal for conservation, that is soil conservation, and it will also helpful for replenishment for groundwater. So it will also help for soil conservation and also groundwater replenishment. And we can also extract ethanol, and also it will be used as a cattle feed, and also is used in some handicrafts. And it have medicinal property also. It acts as an antidepressant. And from the roots of this vetiver grass we can extract oil. So this oil cost is very high. It is about 30,000 rupees to 50,000 rupees per 1 kg of oil, such that it will also provide some additional income to farmers. And this oil is widely used in the preparation of perfumes. So these are some important facts that you should remember regarding this article. Now let us see next article. How we formed. So this article mainly talking about formation of our solar system. So this is one new study which is recently published in journal Science. So this article will be important regarding GS1, okay, under geography, and as well as under GS3, which comes under science and technology. So let us try to understand this article in great detail. So if you see context, it mainly says that scientists, they have come up with a new model of formation of our solar system. So this article mainly talking about new model of formation of solar system, and it is an assumption, okay. So in this study, mainly scientists found that slow line which mainly separates regions which containing water and as well as water vapor and solid ice. So water, because of heat, what happened, it will convert into water vapor, right? So water vapor and solid ice will be separated by this snow line. So this snow line first migrated towards and as well as inwards. So because of this migration of this snow line, that give rise to planets. But these planets, after collisions with each other, that led to the formation of big sites of planets, and finally it led to formation of our solar system. So this is important thing which comes under this new model of formation of our solar system. Now let us see next article. Title says look alike snakes but with self-styled venoms. So this article mainly talking about venoms. Venoms means nothing but in simple words, poison of snakes. So whenever snake is biting, what happens, some poisonous material that is injected into our body, right? So this poisonous substance which is released by snakes, it is called as venoms. So these venoms are mainly two types: hematic venoms and neurotoxic venoms. That is hemotoxic and neurotoxic. Hemotoxic means after releasing of this hemotoxic into our body, that will lead to some changes in our blood system. Blood may clot and blood may not carry oxygen and require nutrients to the organs, such that it will lead to some paralysis of internal organs. And next one is neurotoxic venom. This neurotoxic mainly acts on nervous system, such that it will lead to the brain stroke, okay, stroke that can be caused in the brain. So this is about neurotoxin. And next one is hemotoxin. So this article mainly talking about venoms. So why we need to study about venoms? How can we connect this venoms to our UPSC? So if you see some data which given in this article, it mainly says that yearly some people are mainly dying here, okay. About 58,000 of people, they die in India, and 4 times to this number they will be suffering from some side effects after this snake bite. So because of this we need to study. So if you're talking about whether there are antivenoms are present in India, yes, of course. We have antivenoms which are present mainly for 4 important snake bites. So these 4 snake bites are very common in India and that are leading cause for the deaths. So because of this, we have antivenoms for these 4 things. But if you're talking about these snakes, so some snakes they look alike. Because of this, we do not have proper study on those snakes. But if you're talking about this venom producing RNA proteins, they are same in all the snakes, but proteins which are released in these venoms, they are very different. So because of this, antivenoms which are present in India, they are not acting against this, and that is leading to the increased deaths regarding this snake bite case. Except this is an important snake that should remain, that is crates. So in these crates especially, these antivenoms are not working properly. So this is some background here. Now let us see details in a very great thing. Okay, so if you see what is the need to study, why we have to study this venoms now. So about 58,000 people they die in India every year because of snake bites, and 3 times of this number they suffer from permanent disabilities because of this snake bites. So in this context, it is necessary mainly to know about different types of venoms and different types of snakes which are producing different types of venoms, and we have to know distribution of these snakes, whether they are present in Eastern Ghats, whether they are present in Western Ghats, whether they are present in desert region, whether they are present in the coastal region. So we need to know about distribution of venoms mainly to treat the patient who had the snake bite, mainly to save their lives. Okay, and if you see some details, in southern and western India, recently scientists identified one new species of snake, and naming of that snake here is Romulus crate. So from many years this snake has remained undetected. So what might be the reason? Because there is some similarities in appearance regarding this common crate. So because of similar in morphology, here scientists mainly they undetected this type of crate. But if you see recent genetic analysis that revealed that these are 2 different species but not same. Okay, so if you're talking about important details which are highlighted in this article, it mainly says that there are venoms of snakes, they were very different composition. When we are comparing with the composition of one snake venom with another snake venom, so it is very different here. So what is the cause of this difference? Here we have abundance of RNA present in the snake. So because of this RNA, it mainly codes for certain toxin. Okay, and after coding it will release proteins in similar way of coding here. But if you're talking about this abundance RNA, and if you're talking about these proteins, they are similar in almost all the snakes, but in this venoms there is different compositions. Okay, so though we have same set of RNA which is present in the common crate or this sea-bedded crate or any crate, but whatever the proteins which are released, they are different. So because of this difference protein, we can see there is a difference in the toxicity levels as well. This common crate venom is not much harmful than this Romulus crate. This Romulus crate venom is 6 times more potent than compared to that of this common crate because of some changes in the proteins. Though the same set of RNA is present, same set of RNA which is going for coding, but proteins are different. So based on these proteins, we need to know about the toxicity or potency of that venom. So in this context, antivenoms they are made mainly to protect against this bite of 4 big Indian snakes in India, and these are leading causes for snake deaths in India. They include Naja, that is Indian cobra. Next one is common crate, Russell's viper, and sea-scaled viper. So here the common crate is present, but because whenever this Romulus crate which had a bite, that patient is not saved by this antivenom. So because proteins are different in this common crate and the Romulus crate here. Okay, so this is the gist of this article. I hope it is clear. Now let us see next article. Title says more flash droughts in India by end of century. So this article is important regarding geography which comes under GS paper 1. So in this context, you need to know about what is meaning of flash drought. And next one is what are causes regarding this flash drought, and what are the important implications or impact of this flash drought. This is enough from this article. Okay, now let us see context. Here in 1979, India faced a severe flash drought, and this flash drought affect about 40% of our country. And this article mainly published in journal India International Center Quarterly. So according to this article, which mainly published in this India International Center Quarterly, it said that India experienced severe flash drought in year 1979, and at that year it affected about 40% of our country, especially states like UP and AP, which are granaries of food grains. They were affected a lot, and that led to loss of about rupees 5,000 crore in that year. So if you see, this new study mainly focused that India could experience more such flash floods in end of this century. So because of this is in news. Now let us try to understand what is meaning of flash flood. Flash means sudden, that will occur very quickly, and in this flash droughts, this flash means immediately, that means which occurs very quickly. And what are the causes of this flash droughts? That will be soil moisture will be depleted very rapidly, and there is developing drought like conditions. So if there is any soil is present and if we pour water on that, what happens? Solidification that will happen, but whatever the moisture which is present in that soil, that will be evaporated rapidly very quickly. So this type of condition is called as a flash droughts. So if you're talking about factors which are mainly contributing that flash droughts, they include atmosphere anomalies, and next one is anthropogenic causes like increased greenhouse emissions, and next one is increase in the global temperatures, that is global warming. So these are some important factors which are contributing to this flash droughts. And next one is team mainly used community earth system model. So in this community earth system model, it will mainly stimulate summer monsoon precipitation, sea surface temperature, and also role of southern El Nino, that El Nino southern oscillation. And next one is air temperature over India. So by taking all these factors into consideration, they found that frequency of extremely dry and hot years in coming 3 decades are very high. And it also examined different roles of anthropogenic gases like GHG, that is greenhouse gas emissions, industrial aerosols, land use changes, land cover change. So because of all these factors, now this study mainly said that approximately about 7 times increase in flash droughts by end of this 21st century. So these are some important details which are highlighted in this article. Now let us see next article. Title says safe boundaries. So this article mainly talking about we need to maintain safe boundaries between desert and as well as tropical forest, such that we can decrease natural fires or the forest fires in this tropical forest. Because if you see in the recent times, you are seeing there is increase in the wildfires that is happening. So mainly to decrease this forest fires, we need to maintain a buffer zone. So this buffer zone will be the grasslands. Okay. Now let us try to understand this article in a great detail, and we are also going to see some geography basic static portion also regarding this. So this article mainly talking about controlling natural fires. So if you see context, an article mainly published in Journal of Ecology, it mainly says that boundaries between tropical forest and savannas, they play an important role in controlling natural fires. So we need to maintain boundary between this tropical forest and as well as this savannas, mainly in Africa. Okay. So this boundary trees, they should be shaded and grasses that should be present. Thereby it can shield interior from fire. So whatever fire that is happening in these grasses, that cannot move to this tropical forest region. So we need to maintain certain boundary between this savannas and as well as tropical forest here. So if you are talking about this climatic classification, especially in the tropical region, that is from 30 degrees south to 30 degrees north. So we have 4 types of climate that is seen, and you can get this topic in GC Leong. Okay. And next one is first one here is first climatic classification, that is from 5 degrees south to 5 degrees north. So in this area it is very closer to equator, right? As we know, at equator we have high temperature. So because of high temperature, what happened? This area we see there is low pressure area that is created. So because of high temperature, the air which is present at the surface of ground, that will be heated up, and air which is present here, that will be warm up. So after warming up, air will not present at there, it will rises up. So because of this, it will create some low pressure. So 0 degrees equator, it is called as low pressure area, correct? So at 5 degrees south to 5 degrees north, we have high temperature. So because of high temperature, what happened? Air which is present there, that will goes up. So whenever air is going up, if at all water is present here, water will also convert into water vapor. So water vapor will be carried away, that is carried up by this air. So and it will form clouds. So what happened at every day 4 o'clock, we can see conventional rainfall that is happening in this area. So because of this, in this 5 degrees south to 5 degrees north, we see there is high rainfall. So because of high rainfall in this area, we can see tropical evergreen forest are present. For example, we can say Amazon basin and Congo basin in Africa. Okay, Amazon basin is not present in Africa, but it is present in America, that is especially in South America, and Congo basin, that is seen in Africa. Okay, and next one is eastern side of continent. If you take this as a continent, in the eastern side, we see mainly marine type of climate that is present between 10 degrees north to 30 degrees north. So if you consider this as 0 degrees and this is 10 degrees and this is 30 degrees. So in this area, we can see there will be the marine type of climate that is seen. Because as we know, 0 degrees will be low pressure area and 30 degrees will be high pressure area. So winds move from high pressure to low pressure, that will in this time, right? So it will bring moisture from the seas to the land. So in this eastern sides, we can receive rainfall here. So because of this, we can see there will be marine type of climate, and these areas mainly receive rainfall throughout year. So because of this, in these areas, we can see tropical rainforests are present in eastern part of continents. And if you are talking about next climate classification, that is tropical grasslands. For example, if you are talking about South America, we have Guinea highlands here and Brazilian highlands here. So as we know, if you see this 30 degrees and this is 30 degrees here, so 30 degrees will be high pressure, right? And 0 degrees will be low pressure. Here wind moves from high pressure to low pressure in this direction. Whenever wind is moving in this direction, whatever moisture that is present here, that will be taken here, and rainfall it is seen in these areas, right? But what happened, because of this highlands are present, so whenever mountains are present, whenever winds are moving here, these winds which will hit this highland, and that will create rainfall in this area. But if you see on other side of this highlands, there will be less rainfall. So because of this less rainfall, we can see grasslands will be grown here. Here we can see forests are present, and here in this area we can see grasslands. So here we have laninos and here we have compost. So these are tropical grasslands. And if you are talking about Africa, so here winds are moving in this direction, but here we have Sahara, that is Great Desert. So whenever winds are moving here, because of high temperature in this area, already if at all any moisture which is carried by this wind, that will be dries up. So there will be no rainfall or very less rainfall in this area. So here we can see tropical grassland in Africa, that is savanna. And next type of climatic classification here is desert. Here in the western parts of continent, we studied about eastern parts, right? Eastern parts we can see marine type of climate. At the 0 degrees, that is 5 degrees north to 5 degrees south, we see here tropical evergreen forest. And here in the marine type of climate, we can see tropical rainforest. And if you have any highlands here we can see tropical grasslands. But if you are talking about westwards, here in the westwards, winds move like this, right? That means winds move from land to sea. So here they are called as offshore winds. So these offshore winds will not cause any rainfall on land. So because of this, we can see there is no rainfall in this area. So because of there is no rainfall, we can see deserts are present. So this is first reason. And next one is normally in the continents, in the west side, we see there will be movement of cold currents. So whenever cold currents are moving, we can see high pressure is present. So because of high pressure and descending winds here, we do not see cloud formation. So because of no cloud formation, there will be no rainfall in this western part of continent. So because of this, we can see deserts in this western part. For example, we have Sonoran and Mojave deserts in America, right? And here we can see California cold current is present. And if you are talking about Africa, here we have Namib Desert and we have Beniguela cold current is present. Okay, so because of this we can see western side of continents, they do not receive rainfall. So let us try to discuss in a one map here. I try to draw Africa here. So this is 0 degrees equator. This is low pressure region because there is high temperature. So whenever there is high temperature, we can see there will be low pressure area that formed. So from 5 degrees north to 5 degrees south, we can see here tropical equatorial forest, that is Congo is present. Here we can see Congo basin is present. Okay, but if you see here second type of climate, that is marine type of climate. So winds are moving in this direction and here winds are moving in this direction. So here we can see there will be marine forest, marine type of climate is present, and in this area we can see tropical rainforest is present. And if you are talking about here we have desert area, that is Great Desert, that is Sahara Desert is present. So whenever winds are moving in this direction, it will not carry much amount of rainfall here. So we have savanna grasslands here. And next one is on the western side of continents, we have here cold currents are moving here. Here we have Beniguela current that is moving here. So because of this we can see high pressure is present and we have the descending winds. So because of this we have cold desert area, that is Namib Desert here. Okay, so these are some of the examples. Okay, so in this way you have to study geography. So whenever you are reading geography, you need to understand concept. So whenever you are understanding concept, then you can easily remember where these tropical deserts are present, where these cold deserts are present, where these grasslands, where these mountains, why there is grassland that is present here only. So in this way you can understand concept verily. Okay, so this map work can be done easily whenever you are thorough with concepts regarding geography. In geography, concept understanding is very important. Okay, because even in prelims you can see questions which are based on concept but not based on memory. If you are mugging up things, it will not help in clearing prelims, especially regarding geography. So in this way you should understand things. Okay, so in this way you can draw map. So this article mainly says that here we have tropical forest, here we have savannas. So whenever there is any fire that happened because of any increase in temperature in the Sahara Desert, it will also have some influence on this savanna grasslands as well, because winds are moving in this direction. If at all any fire that happened in the savanna grassland, that will also affect this Congo basin, right? So because of this we need to maintain good boundary between the savanna and as well as this Congo basin, mainly to decrease forest fires. Okay, so this is the gist of this article. I hope it is clear now. Now let us see essay today. Need of hour is to maximize possibilities of agriculture in India. So this article, this essay topic mainly regarding agriculture, because agriculture which is highly in use because of this formulas, I took this topic. So title says need of hour is to maximize possibilities of agriculture in India. To substantiate this, you need to get some data regarding agriculture in India. So I will give you some dimensions ideas here. So first you can write about agriculture in India and you can write some data to substantiate your argument here. And next one is you can write about why agriculture in India is not sustainable. And you can write what are the reasons. You can write one reason in one paragraph. And next one is you can write about how can we solve this. You can write 3 to 4 ideas in 3 to 4 paragraphs. And next one is you can write about way forward. This way forward written at least you have to take 3 to 4 ideas and 3 to 4 paragraphs. So in this way you can write about 15 to 20 paragraphs in this article, in this essay, right? And finally you can conclude by saying important points which you written in all these paragraphs. So to write this agriculture you need to have some data in your hands. So please Google some data. Okay, please do some research regarding the data of agriculture in India and you have to write that data and you have to save that. So whenever you are revising that data in this, agriculture is important because agriculture is highly in use now. So there are high chances of getting essay in next year 2021. In the 2021 essay regarding this agriculture, and also even in GS paper 3 you can expect questions regarding agriculture. So if you want to write agriculture question or agriculture essay, you need to have some data. So please do some research to find out some data regarding agriculture in India. Okay, Try to write essay. Essay should not be more than 750 words. Okay. And finally, I want to make a small announcement. We came up with this Current Affairs Package course. So this course is very important to clear both prelims and mains. We are focusing especially on current affairs. So if you are talking about importance of current affairs, about 50 to 60% of your paper that will comes from this current affairs session only. So because of this, mastering of current affairs is very important to clear UPSC. And we are also focusing on mains answer writing practice. We are providing daily one mains question and weekly essay. You have to write that and we will be evaluating and giving feedback. So by following this feedback, you can gradually improve your answer writing skills. Answer writing, it is important key to clear UPSC. If you have started your preparation and your preparation is oriented on only on prelims, then you are out of the race. You have to focus on answer writing practice on day one of your preparation. So please don't take this course as a choice. Please try to join this course. This will be highly beneficial and also economical. And this is for 1 year. So further details of this course, contact us. Number is given in the description box. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like, share and comment my videos.